We are back with it's the Stevie Awards, which they say is the Oscars of the business world, and we have a winner in the studio that is from Rockingham, also a former IPL presenter, which we're going to claim that as well. I think last week I was claiming her as a Rockingham. This is her home, even though Ireland really is her home, but Rockingham is now claiming her. Karen McDermott, thank you for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure. I had to come knocking on your door, Jess, as soon as I got home from Vegas.
Yeah, it is so good to have you in here. I don't know many people that carry around their awards with you, but if I had an Oscar of the business world, I'd be carrying it around too.
Why not? Why not? I earned it, didn't I?
Now, what did you earn it for? Tell everybody.
Yeah, so it's for publishing, for showing up for authors, and that's what this is all about. When I done my awards speech, it was all about, we show up. Stories are powerful. I wrote a story 12 years ago this very month. I was writing my first ever novel during NaNoWriMo, National Novel Writing Month in November. It happens every year if ever you want to write a novel. And little did I know when I was writing that story, it was going to be a catalyst into everything that I am now doing. It brought me into publishing. It got me really passionate about story and how story can change people's lives, So it can heal, inspire, connect, educate. Even if you have a child in your lap and you're reading them a children's book, that's a memory.
Yes.
No story is ever wasted.
No, never. And I tell everybody that, the power of you're telling everyone has a story to share, and it's your passion to get people to share their stories more.
Yeah. Well, the world, the way that it is, we need stories to keep us connected.
Yeah.
And our world needs more connection, and that's when, and it's a beautiful connection. I come from Ireland, as you said. I've been here in Rockingham 14 years. I brought it home to Rockingham, guys.
Well, this is kind of where it did start, 10 years ago, that book, 10th anniversary edition now?
Yeah, this is the 10th anniversary of The Visitor. It was published 10 years ago, but I wrote it 12 years ago.
Yeah.
So, the 10th anniversary edition is just we're doing marketing for it at the minute. Hence why I brought it, but it's the story behind everything I done. And it was, I only started writing when I came to Australia, so Rockingham really drew that out of me, and but it coming from Ireland, stories are part of your everyday, and people, if someone is sick or if someone has been through a trauma or someone's grieving, you show up and you share stories, you have a cup of tea, all of that healing stuff, and it's just normal, it's just natural for people to do that, but it just shows the stories are powerful.
Now, I remember, I think it was 2 years ago, you set yourself a challenge of releasing 100 books in how many days? Was it 100 days?
Yeah. And we did it. That was 4 years ago. Can you believe it?
4 years ago.
Yes. Every year I set a big, fat, audacious goal.
Yeah.
Okay, I call it an intention. So that was 4 years ago, and we had it done by August.
Yeah.
So we had 100 books published, and that was between me and the publishers that I train and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, we had that done in by August.
And now you're winning a global awards.
Yeah.
This award was won in Vegas.
Yes. Last week I was in Vegas. How dare I? Vegas was never on my bucket list, but I know it's on many people's bucket list. But the awards were there, so I went. I made the most of it, when in Vegas, enjoy it. But one of the best experiences was getting the helicopter ride into the Grand Canyon, and it brings you right in. And they actually have this sacred ground that they hire from the Indians. $8 million a year they pay for it. Can you imagine?
Wow.
To land the plane?
Must be a special place.
The helicopter. It's so, the energy, the spiritual, it's just profound.
Yeah.
It's hard to describe unless you're there. It was such a privilege to do. So we landed on the landing pad, had a bit of champagne, and because we were in a group we had 2 helicopters to fill, and so we had a little bit of a party in the Grand Canyon to celebrate. Got pictures done.
A party in the Grand Canyon. Now that sounds good.
Absolutely. What a
It's
bonus.
not something you can do every day, but it's one we can tick off. It wasn't even on my bucket list, and there we go, it's ticked off. But it was an amazing experience. This year my goal was to get a Stevie Award.
Yes.
And I got 3.
Okay.
So everything happens in threes, Jess. Whenever I set an intention for a TEDx talk in 2022, I've done 3 TEDx talks.
Yep.
it's just, you know, I encourage everyone to dream big. You know, there's nothing you can't achieve. Set the goal, set the intention, and go on the journey, but bring everyone along for the ride, you know. That's what it's all about. If I can do it as a mum of 6 who writes and publishes and is very hands-on, you can do it, no problem.
Snap, mother of 6.
Thank
High
you.
five.
And I love that I get to see you and you're sane, because how old are your kids?
7, 9, 11, 14,
I love this so
16
much.
and 26.
Yeah, beautiful. I love that so much, because mine are 6, 8, 11, 13, 15, 16.
Yeah, wow.
And I love seeing other people with lots of kids that look sane, because I think that if they look sane, I know what they're feeling like on the inside.
It's
I
absolute
must
insanity.
look sane too.
Yeah.
I must look
You
normal
look
to
very
some people.
sane and normal.
Thank you.
Can I tell you, she's not.
Well,
That's why I love her.
that's the thing, though. You know, having kids is I'm the eldest of 6, though, so it's kind of a jam. You know, I've always lived in insanity, but I wouldn't have it any other way. But it's amazing what you can achieve. You know, we're all high achievers because you're able to juggle so much and do things so efficiently.
Yes.
You know, it's a mastercraft.
Yeah.
Usually a lot of the things you dedicate obviously to your children, but this one I think was dedicated to all your authors, and you have so many. Obviously you wouldn't have been able to achieve what you have achieved without your community, and you have a huge community, don't you?
Yeah, I am really and truly blessed. I have worked with over 400 authors. It's probably 500 now.
Yeah.
You know, whenever I think about it. And some I'm on a journey for a season, some I'm on a journey forever. I've had authors that I met up with in Melbourne recently at the awards over there, and he was with me since I've started back in 2012. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So it's authorship deserves to be given this here, because whenever you set the intention to write a book, you actually stick with the course of writing the book and then publishing the book. It's no mean feat, you know. And so everyone deserves the biggest kudos for doing that, for going on that journey.
Yeah, absolutely. So given the fact you've achieved all these amazing awards, you've got a gold, silver and bronze here, you're setting the intention. What's next for Karen McDermott and the KMD Book Group?
Yes, so my next big goal for next year is to sell 1 million books. I'm saying it loud and proud here, and that is no mean feat. 1 million books through our new KMD Group bookstore. It's an online platform that's actually being built out at the moment. It's going to be so huge. We will have opportunities for people to come and be affiliates and earn lots of cash selling our amazing books. It's only for my authors because we have so many.
Yes.
We have books for all the family. We're going to have gift boxes. Everything is coming in.
Well, coming into Christmas, look, we're on a big shop local campaign.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of local authors. So by buying a book through you, you're actually supporting a local author. A lot of them are WA based, but a lot of them are Australia wide. But you're obviously putting a smile on the person that wrote the book, which I couldn't think of anything better. I've been to one of your book releases before. I've had the opportunity of getting a book that I bought signed by, it was a collaboration of women. It was called Global Girls.
Global Girls, yeah. We did that at Kerry's bookshop.
Yes.
So I'm not in competition with Kerry from my little bookshop. We always work together. Her shop's around the corner from my office, and I'm a great believer in collaboration. We work
well,
really
some of your
well
books
together.
are in her.
That's
her
what I mean. We work together. She's open all the time. We always do events there, and I love her. So that's what we do. We work together.
Yeah.
We get the books out there, and yeah, she's a local bookshop. We're a local book publisher, so come, good things happen when you
matchmake in
support.
heaven, yeah. So Christmas time, we're going to have to walk into your shop, which is actually on the Rockingham foreshore, isn't it? Whereabouts do we find you for people that are looking for you?
We are 2 doors down from Subway.
Yeah, a good
or
place to
beside the
be.
massage place.
Okay.
If
Yes.
you want. We're right in the corner.
Yep.
Opposite Arcade Fish and Chips.
Yep.
Yes, we hide in there because we are a working office, but come and visit us for sure.
Yeah, we noticed that you are doing a lot of Facebook Lives, interviewing your authors, promoting them a lot, obviously, on Facebook. You are someone I do follow on Facebook because you are everywhere at the moment.
I'm entertaining, aren't I? People
Yes.
say, I just live vicariously through you, Karen. You just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, love that.
Why not? Why not? And that's the thing. I think I put a smile on people's faces. I inspire people. I give people hope, because I've been through dark times in my life, you know, but I pulled out, and we talk a lot about mental health here at IPL, and I've been through dark times, and I actually wrote about my dark time in this book, and it was the most therapeutic thing I ever did in my life. But through that, I wouldn't be where I am today had I not endured that time and then come through it. And then, you know, it's all part of the journey.
And I think like there's such a power in creativity in pulling you through the journey. Like I think that so often by being enabled to be creative, it enables us to move on, to be stronger, and it's so cathartic.
Cathartic is a very good word. It was one of my questions when I was actually at the book release for Global Girls. One of the ladies was talking about the process and realised when she was talking about it how much she kind of let go in writing the book about everything that had on her journey, what had happened, and she realised actually the process of writing this book was actually so good for me. And to watch that, see an author actually go, oh, well, actually I did actually get a lot out of sharing my story, because I didn't think, she said, I didn't think I had a story to tell. I struggled with releasing it because I didn't think I had anything important to say. And she realized I've got important things to say. I didn't get to where I am without struggles, without hardship. And I just loved watching that. That was just like, it was just like a little feel good movement. And I was like, yeah, quick, sign my book, sign my book.
It's a caterpillar to butterfly moment, isn't it? Every author goes on a journey. And it's like, it's one of the most, people just light up whenever they allow it to be, because it takes courage. You know?
Does.
Inhibitions always come at the beginning of the writing process, and you either turn around and run a mile, or you go, okay, I'm ready for this, and I'm going to climb this mountain. And everybody always grows. You evolve as a person whenever you've done it, you know. Well,
we're so lucky to have you here in Rockingham. We were just talking about Rockingham was mentioned in, what was it, the Lonely Planet Places to Visit.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
yes.
How lucky are we
are so
to
lucky.
be in Perth and to be a part of this beautiful organisation, which is IPL, and to share your story and everything that you're achieving. So congratulations.
Thank you so much,
and I can't wait to have you back in when you've sold that 1,000th book. Setting it out there.
Watch this space, guys. Come and join us on the journey, and why not sign up as an affiliate and fill your bank balance in the process.
Yep. Well, you're listening to IPL. We're going to put on a little bit of music now. We've got Stevie Nicks, Edge of 17.